What's going on, everyone? Ryan Gibson here, CEO of Gibson Hetherington. We are here at 2 of our properties and another 2 here on the left-hand side that we just closed with one of our new clients on the marketing and management approach. And what we want to do today for you guys is give you guys a little bit more value and kind of show you the exact steps of after you have set an agreement with your client, you've put in place what you're going to be doing and what you're not going to be doing, and then the full walkthrough and what it takes to actually, fully source the furniture, fully put everything into place, and make sure that it's brand ready when you're listing on the different short-term rentals. And what I want to do is, Will, my business partner, who's the co-founder, he's going to give you guys a walkthrough on exactly what you should be looking for to make sure that it is ready to go.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Will Hetherington. So today we're going to go through one of the units of the 4 that we just got pretty much up and running. This is already actually furnished, which has a little bit of challenges because you have to work with what you've got. You can't just start with a clean slate and make everything match or whatever the case is. So we're going to go through basically the checklist of what you're going through when you're just going into a regular unit, and thinking of furniture, security, as well as brand, and making sure that you're targeting the high class consumers rather than C class consumers that throw parties and do cocaine on the counter, which you can. I actually woke up a guy one time and there was cocaine right on the counter, and I was like, dude, you gotta leave. There's cleaners that need to clean this place. But weird time, so that's what we're not trying to do, is have those events. So all right, so this is a weird circumstance where the owner, they converted the top unit into their own apartment, and then the bottom unit is a separate unit. So this is, I believe, what is it, 56 or something like that, or whatever the number is. But basically what you have is, the way that they had it beforehand was 2 common spaces, but with COVID, you really try to want to avoid common spaces if you can. So we're gonna have to put a new lock on this door and then lock that door from the other side, so that guest and this guest won't really have to interact. But yeah, so that's a whole other ordeal. But in terms of going through the unit, what you're gonna want to look for are holes in the wall, paint marks, nicks in the wood, seeing if things are even or if they're not. And then also going into security. So when you enter the place, did they have any security system already set up? All that kind of stuff. And it's best to go through the unit as like a really picky, annoying person, rather than somebody who's like, the majority of people will be fine. Because the reality is like Airbnb and all those platforms right now will take everybody's review, regardless if they're really picky or like an actual individual, so you just can't get them removed. But one of the other things that you want to do is get a programmable thermostat at the very least. Ideally, you should get something that you can actually turn on and off when you're not there, when it's vacant, so you can turn it down to like 60 or whatever the case is. It's actually a common misconception that just leaving the thermostat on all the time at a given setting is more economical than lowering it and raising it. But the reality is air constantly escapes from the unit, so it'll take more energy just to keep it at the higher level. But so we're going into here. Basically what you're going to want to do is look at the other units in the area that are the highest performing units, so highest vacancy and return, and basically look at, is what we've got in here matching to that level? Because obviously at the end of the day, you can do so much with marketing, but the reality is you're still selling a product or service. So it's got to be on par, or else people are gonna be really annoyed. So you're gonna want to go through here, make sure that there's nothing weird, like there's an extra nightstand here that we'll probably have to figure out a place for, and then when you're going into here, really just try to look for weird things that people are gonna get kind of annoyed with. So Ryan earlier tried to open up this door, and he didn't, like, if you look at this door or the cabinet, it looks like a normal cabinet that has, it's a top cabinet and a bottom cabinet, but the reality is it's not marked and it's one cabinet. So he was down here thinking that he was just opening up this door, and he slammed it open and then took a piece of hardware to the forehead. So that was really funny. But and then we've got this. We can actually put this below this video or somehow attached to it. Basically, this is kind of one of the mock-up lists that I go through. This is 26 pages for 4 units, so it's a little bit more than 6 page a unit. Basically, you're just going to want to go through the main things, if there is a TV, is it actually working? If there is, an oven, can you check inside to make sure that it's not dirty as hell? And then for the refrigerator, do you have filtered water already inside? And if you don't, is there a Brita there or something like that that can filter the water? Is the garbage disposal running? Like stuff like that's really important. That's going to come up in the future, and it's better to get that stuff handled beforehand rather than when you have 8 million guests in there. Also, you're taking photos, so you want to just make sure that you're taking photos only once and rather than 18 different times. But yes, that's pretty much kind of the whole overall process that you're going to want to go through. So again, another thing to go into is, really just making sure that the quality of everything that's done is up to par with the other units. If you have to, just stay a day at a really nice unit near you on the market that you're going to if you have no idea what it's at and you can't find it out online, and kind of go from there.
So we just went through a little bit of information on exactly, walkthrough and what to kind of expect inside of the properties, and, making sure that you're taking pictures and, just making sure that it fits your brand. And if it's not, that you're taking note on that. But what we want to do is we're going to download this PDF that already has a blueprint of exactly what you're looking for, what you're not looking for, and then how to figure out moving forward how you're going to make that stand out and kind of fit your brand. So what we want to do is make sure that you click the link below where you're going to be able to access that PDF by just typing in your name and typing in your email, and then one of our team members will be able to send that out to you right away. And then if you are looking to even be able to provide a little bit more knowledge and experience and gain a little bit more knowledge on exactly what we do on a full walkthrough, we actually have a free course as well that we provide, that once you type in your name and your email, we'll be able to send you that as well. So we just appreciate you guys, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to myself or Will. Make sure you guys subscribe and like, and then just leave a comment and give us some feedback on what your thoughts were. So thanks again, we'll talk to you guys soon.